Hi guys, back again. Just about accidents and setups in this fucking program. Basically, shit. What's wrong with that? Basically, I had a lot of accidents and I got in a good bit of trouble. I suppose this last 4 years. Sorry about the lighting. I'm in the car here. I spend the night, I stay in the car at night because it's the only place I get a bit of peace. Because staying in the flat, you know, if there's nobody upstairs or next door to you, there's a lad 2 doors down or 3 doors down that's constantly slamming or banging his doors, or the traffic is constantly constantly going. And I asked them to fix, there's a gap in me windows about 1 inch or 2 inches, and I asked them to fix me windows 12 months ago. No, there was no word about that. But there's plenty of word about you're not paying your rent, pay your rent. Or gee, I'm paying me rent. But that's okay with the constant banging. And then if they're not banging a couple of doors down or next door, whatever it is, they're directly outside the front of the place talking and bullshitting. Now, don't ask me how or why that it's exactly outside my fucking windows. You know, and then with the constant traffic as well, probably every minute or 2 minutes, it's all timed, the traffic going round with the lorries and the traffic and the motorbikes going screaming around the place. If it's not the motorbikes, it's the cars, and then it's the taking off, and if it's taking off and flying or whatever it is, and then if it's not that, it's the beeping. If it's not the beeping, it's car alarms. And if it's not the car alarms, it's your one across the road coming over, banging on the windows or banging on the door. Don't ask me. I didn't even bother going out to her. She's a fuckwit. Her and her daughters. And I think the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, I think he drives a lorry there or whatever. Fuckwits. But that's the immature shit that I have to put up with when I'm in the flat. You know, they won't give you a minute's peace. You know. And even though when you're in the car, you come out to the middle of fucking nowhere. I went for a walk in Rossmore Park there today, okay? The ambulance or the fire brigade, you could hear it going, wee-wah, whatever it was, you know. If it's not that, it's the cutting trees down or some annoying, you know. And people would say, look, this is everyday occurrence. It's not everyday occurrence. You know, it's not. Like your man over in fucking between Smithsborough and Nublis a couple of years ago pulled out in front of me coming down. He seen me coming. He was above at the house. And he seen me coming and he flew down the fucking road to pull out. And he pulled out just exactly when I was coming up to him. I was on the motorbike at the time. I had no car at the time, whatever it was. He pulled out in front of me. I had to throw the bike on its side. I couldn't, it's only a small bike. Throw the bike on its side, slam, bang, straight up into the side of the car. Busting me leg or whatever it was anyway, and done a bit of damage to the motorbike or whatever. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too bad, thank God. I was sort of half expecting it, and that's why I sort of slowed down or whatever it was anyway. But at the end of the day, I was coming out at Nublis before this, down to Killeven, and who the name met coming up the road, only Mr. Foley. And then shortly after the accident happened over the road, who passed, only Mr. Foley. And that was okay. Then when your man that owned the house come down, wanted all my details. Sure, what would I be giving him my details for? When sure, he wasn't a guard. And then when Mr. Foley came, yeah. I went over and looked at the thing, the windscreen on the car. There was neither tax, insurance, or NCT. So that is one setup for you. And that lad only lives down that wee road, that wee narrow road there. It's a derelict place. I know his name. I forget. I can't think of it now at the minute. But it was nicely set up. No insurance on the car. You know, all lovely. Set up to a T. So it was. So basically, I was down. If I had to break my leg, you know, they rang the things or whatever. Oh, we'll contact the Gardaí, we'll send out the Gardaí, and we'll send out an ambulance. It's standard procedure or whatever. Was there an ambulance sent out? No, there was no ambulance sent out. No, there wasn't. There was Mr. Foley that was patrolling the roads that knew the accident was going to take place and set up. That's one scenario I went through. There was another setup in Clones, out in Super Valley in Clones, where this head case was standing behind me in the queue, throwing a sliced pan up in there, drawing my attention towards him. There's no other way you could, someone throwing a fucking loaf of bread up in there, like, how could you not miss him, like, you know? And then it was something I said something to him, like, I suppose you're another one of them clowns, you know? And then it was, what the fuck has it got to do with you anyhow? But wherever it came in, he was another setup anyhow. But he didn't get the better of me anyhow. But it was okay. I left my name and address there. I wasn't going to wait there all day or whatever. Left me address. A couple of days later or whatever, Foley and his associate come over to the house or whatever it was and took details or whatever. And if I was you, he said, I would forget about this. I forgot about it. So I'm not fucking prosecuting or anyone. I was the one that suffered. I got a thump in the side of the head and me head was skimped off the door of the fridge, which that was the whole point of it, was to put me head through the glass on the fridge door. But he wasn't able to manage to do it. The fuckwit that he was. And that was okay anyhow. Foley came to the house, blah blah blah. Yeah, my advice to you would be to, you know, not go ahead with this any longer. And I said, look, I'm not prosecuting anyone, blah blah anyhow. We should have prosecuted him, you know, but I didn't bother. A couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from the solicitor. Oh, John, this things up in court now today about Super Valley or whatever. The guard says it up now, prosecuting you or whatever. Okay, right. That's yeah, okay. Sure, I didn't know nothing about it until she rang me. I thought it was forgotten because I told Foley I wasn't giving any evidence or giving any fucking whatever it was, any bloody blah. So the solicitor rang and said, this is up in court today, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not giving any evidence or anything. And Grant, she says, right, so he'll do the same or whatever. And I said, right, that's okay, fair enough, okay. Right, that was another setup. That was all more stress and anxiety thrown onto you. And that's lingered, and that's probably gone on 12 months or so. You know, that last case. Now there's a case way back, I think, with some Muffy boy from 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever it was, out in Clones. Now the solicitor rang me the other day and says, this court case is taking place. Will you be able to come in and talk to your barrister? You know, like, barrister? What? What are you on about, barrister? You know, and this, I'm not going to get into this for the minute, but this would be for another video. You know what I'm saying? But this is just some of the examples of the setups, the accidents, and the pressure you're put under when you're a targeted individual. You know, and the stress. This is all to do, stress you, put on the stress you out. But that is some of the setups and accidents I've gone through. That wouldn't even be quarter of them, you know. But with cars skidding at me, blocking me in, you know, driving at you, you know, all this crap of the day, trying to run you over, swerve at you on the road, constantly swerving on the road at you, reversing when you're stopped at traffic lights, putting the car into reversing, you're thinking they're going to slam into you, all this perceived threats, you know, and that's only some of them. That's only the ones I can think of them now at the minute. Look, I'm not going to go on, guys. It's getting a bit long, this video anyway. Thanks for listening. I'll keep you updated on the other case anyway and let you know what's happening. Thanks for listening. Bye.